We are done with the whole year journey, change, everything, 365 days of my little plan back here with my calendar. We're done. It is January 2026. I had so many unrealistic goals in this last year. This is for workout, healthy lifestyle. I didn't hit one of my goals, which was to get to 165 pounds. Thriving. I had the most confidence I've ever had in my life because it's been a struggle this month. It's awesome to just go for it. Shoot for the highest thing. And then if it doesn't work out, at least you tried, right? But at the same time, it's very discouraging not to get to really any of my goals. But I want to go through the year and just really talk about it and everything that happened so that this next coming year really tune in to what I want and hopefully get there this time. I've got my little wand. Let's go through the calendar in the back. We started up here with January. The biggest thing, started this whole thing. Started my YouTube channel, started my TikTok, really just went for it. I had all of these big dreams, all of these plans, things I wanted to do. I said, yes, it's gonna happen. This is gonna be my year to shine. We like an optimistic girly, but at the same time, needed to be realistic, and I was not. I started the year with 0 subscribers, about 60 TikTok followers, and like 650 Instagram followers, and the steady growth was not there. 1 follower here or there, 2 subscribers here or there. I really put in the time and effort, and I was making videos almost every single day. I started the year out at 175. That's how much I weighed. I felt strong-ish. I didn't restart my fitness journey. I was just continuing it from the following year. And I made a couple videos. I really worked hard on my Pilates, started thinking about maybe getting a gym membership, stuff like that. Me and my sister created Sister Flipsters, our little brand to resell, revamp items, creative little outlook on things like beads, potions, stuff like that our mom would do. We were like, we'll incorporate that somehow. But let's start with furniture flipping and selling items from my grandmother's house that we just needed to get rid of. So that's what we did and made quite a good chunk of money doing that. I uploaded 4 YouTube videos in the month of January, and that was the most I've ever uploaded on YouTube. I was really proud of myself. The quality was good. The equipment wasn't okay, that's a lie. The quality wasn't that good. And I didn't have a mic. I didn't really know what I was doing. I wasn't super comfortable, but I gave it a try. February is when we started these goals. I actually planned travel videos. I lost 5 pounds, came up with the game plan, started projects and a logo and stuff for Sister Flipsters. February was great. I feel like I did a lot that month, and I was at the peak of my motivation. I said, let's get it done. The quote for February was, repeat or evolve. I got to 130 subscribers, pretty much figured out what ulcerative colitis was, and realized that that's a big part of my life now, unfortunately. Then we moved on to March. I said, I need to create a routine. I need to start doing something consistently so that I make progress. I gained 10 pounds, 12 pounds, but I also planned trips, uploaded videos in Maui and when I went to Hawaii, set up my social medias, got to 150 subscribers, set up the finances and the business plan for Sister Flipsters. And I was on also a high from going on my trip to Maui. I said, we are gonna travel so much this year, it's gonna be amazing. This is just the beginning, this trip. I did the vlogs, I felt really good about it, this is what I wanna do. I was so proud, and it was one of the best trips of my entire life. So I said, this is gonna just keep going uphill, right? How could it not? Started going to the gym with my friend. We started working out consistently 4 or 5 times a week. I went up 10 pounds in weights. I was killing the game and I was working my ass off. Then April came around, right up here, still at the same weight. Ended with 1 more pound on there. I invested in more camera equipment though. And I went to Vegas, made a sell on Sister Flipsters. A slow, steady incline in the month of March, and was feeling good, but wanted to see more progress. TikTok was just kind of setting like this. There was no incline and I was getting a little discouraged. But my videos were getting better. I got this camera that's here right now, the DJI. Love it. Best purchase ever. And I really said, yeah, now that my videos are getting better quality, I'm working harder on them, I'm editing and learning all about that, I'm gonna spike. My following is gonna go up and I'm going to finally go viral. I thought. I posted my first video for Sister Flipsters. We sold that table, worked really hard on it, got a whole bunch of products and equipment for it, and made our money back. Then we go to May. I planned to do more long-form content to really focus on my YouTube. Gained even more weight. I was 180 now, and then ended the month at 183. And at this point, I am so confused. I don't know what's happening. Because I am working out consistently. I'm trying really hard. What is the problem? I soon find out in the next coming months. I did shorts in Vegas. I did a packing video. I did a travel vlog. Uploaded more content, sold 2 more projects for Sister Flipsters, hit 200 subscribers, made my first TikTok commission. This is what I want. Let's keep the momentum going into June. I gained even more weight. I was 183 and then ended the month at 189. I went on the Caribbean trip of dreams to Curacao, did a vlog, had the best time, and it just seemed like everything was going up, including my weight. But I was like, hey, this is what I like to see. And then I came home extremely sick. I got super sick from something in Curacao, had a stomach infection that I didn't know was a stomach infection. I thought it was just my ulcerative colitis. Started my infusions, got even more sick, got the worst hemorrhoids in my... I was in tears, I was crying. It just kept going and going. I got a sty that I had to get surgically removed. And then on top of all of that, I figured out that I gained 20 pounds in 2 months. And what did I think it was? Any guesses? Prednisone. The stupid steroid that my doctor said would help my ulcerative colitis until we can get my infusion starting. And it ruined my entire life. So June was amazing, scary, terrible. I'm still gaining weight in July for my birthday. I have now developed what they call moon face. I thought that was just a myth or not something I would get. Boy, was I wrong. I was so inflamed, swollen. My whole body was just a balloon and I looked absolutely insane and I felt horrible. I did turn 26. That's a big accomplishment. I had this pain in Vegas that I didn't know what it was coming from in my stomach. And I thought, it's just my ulcerative colitis. That's what it is. And it's gonna go away. But the pain level just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And I thought, okay, well, June was terrible with health issues, so nothing can go worse than June. Jinxed myself. I came home from Vegas. And I got a call from a doctor on the way home from the airport saying, go to the ER. You have something terribly wrong with you and this should not be happening. And short story, I go, he says I'm not sick enough to have what he thinks I have. Wait a week, get a ultrasound, what is it called? CT scan. And they say, yeah, you do have that. You have pancreatitis, go to the ER. I get checked into the hospital for 3 days because of this intense pain. My digestive enzymes are attacking my pancreas and I'm just literally dying in the hospital for 3 days. I don't eat or drink anything. I realize, not the doctors, that the pancreatitis is from the damn steroid. Prednisone caused it. And I like to think that they would know this, but they didn't. And I said, I guarantee you it's the steroid because nothing has gone better. It's gone worse since I've been taking that. And when I went through withdrawals, just downhill. I was in North Carolina at the beginning of my withdrawals, and I didn't know why I felt so terrible. My body is fighting back, and it does not like any of this medicine, and I need to reset, or I'm going to crash. I'm gonna crash out. So in August, get health in order was the main thing. I figured that we wouldn't go on many more trips this year because I was so incredibly sick. I still am. And everything that I was hoping to accomplish and get done and all the places that I wanted to travel was just put on hold because I couldn't do anything. My workout journey was put on hold. My sister Flipster business was put on hold. Everything that I was so excited to do was just stopped. I had to get my health in order before I could do anything else. And it was a hard reality because I thought that I was doing so well. And everything just flatlined. I couldn't believe it. I wasn't gaining any more subscribers or TikTok followers. My health, I lost 20 pounds after this because I wasn't eating or drinking anything, and I was so sick for a whole month that I lost all the weight I gained on the prednisone that I gained the 2 months before. But I lost all my muscle, all the progress I made in the gym. I felt more weak than I ever have in my entire life. And it made my social media journey that much harder because I'm supposed to already be halfway done with all these goals. It's the half the year mark and I am going backwards, it felt like. So September comes around and I'm like, okay, it is what it is. I can't change the past and my journey is not going to look how I thought it was and I have to accept it. So in September, I reset everything. I said no Japan trip, that is not happening. No traveling in the foreseeable future. I really worked on my content quality and my editing and just really sat down with myself and said, hey, you're gonna have to take a break or you're gonna burn out. So that's what I did. Sister Flipsters was on hold still. My sister wasn't feeling the best. I wasn't feeling the best. And we weren't making any money. But then October came around and I started feeling a little bit better. And I put all my time and energy into my potion making and sold a whole bunch of those as a little stepping stone for our Sister Flipster business while I was healing. I started my series of working out every single day until I hit 3,000 followers on TikTok. I have gotten to about, I think 58 days now, and I got sick again, but we'll get into that. And I just can't believe that I'm still not at 3,000, but I'm not giving up. I'm still working hard, but my video is just not getting pushed out to the right people. So I'm putting that into the universe. We're gonna hit 3,000 this next coming year. The body video that I was gonna put out, I was hoping that I would see a lot of progress and be able to show you guys, but that's not the case. The fact that I was so all over the place with my health this year, my goals in the gym and my body goals were not met, and that's just it. I'm at the same weight pretty much that I started with, and I'm just gonna tell you that now. I didn't hit that goal. However, October was looking up. I was feeling better. So we get to November. That was just the last 2 months. It was a slow month. I didn't do much. I focused more on my TikTok than anything else, made sure I posted a video every single day, and I did that. Follower here or there, I'm still only at around 1,300. It's all kind of just luck at this point. I just need to be consistent and one of those videos are gonna pop off. Let's get it. December though, just happened. My little quote was, I'm so glad everything works out for me. It's like a little thing you put into the universe and it helps you kind of to speak that into your life. Did it happen? Did everything work out for me? No. I threw out my back at pretty much the beginning of the month. I got extremely sick, and because of the new medication that I was on for my ulcerative colitis, which I started in November, it makes your immune system go way down. Or did I start in October? I started it the couple months before. But it makes it so if you get sick, you get so sick. Your body cannot fight off the infections. I got another sty. Love that for me. And I literally couldn't get out of bed for the last 2.5 weeks. I was super sick over Christmas, on New Year's, and I just keep getting smacked down. And my personal trainer was like, hey, I'm gonna be real with you. Your body and the way your disease, your ulcerative colitis, your autoimmune disease is not helping you get to your goals. And you have to reassess. You have to reset. Because right now, your battery that you have is at 0. And you keep charging at night to 20% when most people charge back to 100. So when you wake up, you go back down to 10%, and by the end of the night, your battery is gone and you're gonna get into the negative. And that's how I feel. I feel this month I've been in the negative and that I don't have any energy or anything left. And he made a really good point that that's what I need to focus on. I did accomplish a lot this year. I'm really proud of myself. I got out of my comfort zone. I started this whole journey, which is the most important thing. I haven't given up. I've had setbacks, but I keep getting back up. I don't let the failure take over too much. Now in the new year, I'm gonna do a wellness recharge, getting my battery back up to 100 or at least 90% so that I can actually focus and put my energy into this again. The whole year journey was supposed to pretty much get me to a point where I could be like, guys, I did it and you guys can too. Here is what I did. And unfortunately, it didn't work out that way. I'm not saying that this year was the worst year of my life, but it was one of the hardest years of my life. And now I've learned so much, and I'm so grateful that I did this. So now I can look back at it, that there's documentation on my YouTube now of everything that happened this whole year. And even though it feels like I failed, I can go back and look at everything that happened, that was good. I went on trips. I gained confidence. I posted almost every single day. I worked on my skills as an editor of how to film. I worked with brands, got free samples and products. I did so much, and it is okay that I didn't do everything that I wanted to do. Now that this chapter is closed, doesn't mean that I'm like done. The continuation of the year change, it's just gonna be a little bit longer than I thought. Thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you for subscribing and watching my videos, liking them, commenting. It really means a lot to have people believe in me, especially my family and friends. I would be in the same spot I was last year if I didn't do this. What would be the point if I was in the same spot? I'm slowly getting there. And that's all that matters. Really excited to see what this next year holds. 2026. Let's go. Make sure you follow along and see if 2026 can be any better than 2025. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys so much. Make sure that you subscribe and follow along, and I will catch you in my next video.